Do Love to Devolution by Rueake. I can't say your name, sorry.
Difficulty's wrong, it's actually hardest I'm doing, but hardest. Alright. Yep, ready when you are. Cool. So yeah, this is Noitu Love to Devolution. It's kind of a run and gun, but you just attack with your mouse. There's a lot of this in the game. Just kind of sit in a spot and things don't hit you. That sounds quiet. Oh, there we go. So you have, as well as your clicking to attack, you have like a dash attack, which dashes left, right, and up and down. And the dashes can be done with double movement buttons, or just with the right click and then a motion. Okay, so this is a bit weird. It's kind of a random pattern. I got really lucky actually. Occasionally you'll get them where they just won't spawn where you want them to. I'm getting a bit unlucky here. Normally you just get one enemy that spawns on the right side and he just can't attack you, but when the orange guys spawn they can just use their magic stuff and it's kind of annoying. Oh. It's really fun. There aren't really any tricks in this game. There is actually a glitch, but it's unfortunately useless. But you'll see a useful version of it in the other game when I race it against the credits. So basically the game is made by Konjac, who is awesome, and he also made another game called Legend of Princess, and I'm going to be running that game against the credits of this game. And we're coming up to what I actually consider the worst boss. Even though he's the first and he should be the easiest, he has like the worst patterns. Basically, most of the bosses in this game work by having telegraphed attacks that you have to dodge. But this guy can actually just occasionally do a non-telegraphed attack that just hits you. I mean, I have enough health so it's not really a problem. But it's, yeah, that thing there. Like, he can just move occasionally and just smack you. And because you want to stay close to wail on him, it can be quite bad. The difference between the difficulties tends to be you take more damage, so each thing does 3 bits of energy at the top there, or like, sorry, 1.5, but each energy coil is like worth 2 basically. But also all the attacks are slightly better. Actually, it's not entirely true. Some of them are the same as hard, but a lot of the time it means the attacks are just slightly different, so you have to dodge them differently and stuff. You'll also notice I'm doing any %. If anyone saw Caveman's run at SGDQ, I'm a scrub, so I'm going to be skipping the last level. But yeah, if you want to see a better man than I play this game, you should follow that dude. In fact, big shout outs to that guy, because a lot of my strats for bosses and stuff I've taken from him, because he has some really, really sick ideas. Well, yeah, there's one other thing you can do in the game, but it doesn't get used very often, which is grabbing. It can be good in some sections because it kills things very quickly, but in general it's just a lot slower than like firing the shot, which I also didn't explain. And the most important thing for some bosses anyway is you have a shield. Oh, I get the lock? Oh, I almost got it. You can not get hit by that. That's still a good fight. He didn't go back down, so I could just wail on him. And just for method safety, I'm going to pick up health on these guys. It's actually a little slower to kill these guys because you lose a tiny bit of time on the lag when they die. Which is why you actually want to kill as little as you can in the game, especially on sections like this where it's kind of scrolling slowly and you can't speed it up anyway. Oh, I knew it. Wow, really? Okay. That was really unlucky. They were in exactly the spot I needed them not to be, so they could just hit me as I'm coming down. This boss is kind of dumb. That's the only attack that can really do anything to you, and you just shield away all the fire damage, so... Oh. I keep moving my hands on this keyboard, it's messing with me. Oh, okay. That was kind of bad. I got through most of the fire stuff without taking damage. I mean, not that it matters too much, just a little bit of time saved every time because you get knocked back. This boss is pretty much exactly what I'm talking about. He stands at the back, he telegraphs a bunch of attacks, and then you just hit him. I'm actually not sure which one is faster or slower. This one seems to be the slowest, because it seems like he takes the longest time before he moves to his position where you can hit him. Oh, I jumped too early. I was thinking of hard strikes. Oh my god, wow, that was really bad. It's early in the morning. Still waking up. There we go. Right. Oh, this one. Oh wow, what is... That was really bad. Okay. There's a new strat to this, but I kind of like the old one, so maybe try that. You can 2-cycle this guy if you get good. That was a good first cycle, and I need to not screw this one up. Yeah, there we go. 2 cycles. That's actually quite difficult. You have to get the like up dash attack thing, like the spinning up blades. You have to get them pretty precisely before he gets this shield again. This is the worst level in terms of just overall difficulty, because there's a lot of sections that just can kill you. I mean, to your own credit, it's not like just the game being bad, it's just moving terribly. Yeah, I highly advise you guys should you guys should. You guys too buy this game. It's really good. And also look out for his new game, Iconoclasts, because it's going to be awesome. I will be speedrunning that game like immediately as it comes out. It looks amazing. I really love his art style as well. Yeah, I actually did a talk on his Twitch about, which is Konjac, I think. But yeah, he did a talk about how he kind of came up with the visuals for Iconoclast, which is really interesting. Hopefully I can not fail this boss. I'm very bad at this boss for some reason. Well, I didn't just take a bunch of damage at least. Okay, that was still pretty bad. You can get him like before he even gets to fully to the other side, but you gotta get all the shots in. And I always miss one. Oh, I got the one. Yes. Okay. Yeah, if you time those dashes like perfectly, then they don't hit you. If you miss it by like just a second, that shot will hit you, and it's really annoying. Might not be able to two-cycle him now. Oh no, I can go. Yeah, there we go. And this is pretty much, this section here is pretty much the reason this level's awful. Because it kind of lags a bit here, and there's a lot of just you have to make short hops. I missed the quick stuff. But oh, that actually went really well. Oh, I missed the wall hop. So you can jump off walls, and generally speaking, it gives you a little bit of extra boost for a second. Oh, I moved my hand again. I should have not moved my hand off the mouse, off the keyboard there, and messed that up. Wow. That was... So this fight is kind of a fake fight before the real boss. So you just need to get a... Like, I'm not actually sure the exact how... Wow, what is the pattern? Normally what you want is she'll jump up like this, then you hit her, and on the way down she'll do the boost attack, but she'll do it on the same side, and then you can just keep attacking her. And as she's running away, if you do a dash into her, generally what she does is go back up. You get really lucky. So yeah, that was a really bad RNG. Although I say it's RNG, I'm not sure whether you can manipulate. It feels like I'm manipulating it sometimes, but occasionally I just get stuff like that. And then, thankfully, the boss for this level is quite easy. You just kind of jump in his face, exactly like you do in the first section of him. Cool. Yeah, I'm trying to think what that time is. That's not too bad. I'll take it. And now, auto-scrollers. Because every good game needs an auto-scroller. And every good game needs a Sonic strat. So, I'm just going to sit in the corner here and nothing's going to happen. It's not for the whole level, don't worry, but this first section and a later section you can do this with. Because, I don't know, a lot of auto-scrollers seem to have this. Corners are very good. So yeah, now I have to actually do things, which is clearly unfair. Yeah. And I can get a quick kill on this guy if I get lucky. Yes! That was really good. So yeah, the cactus can spawn before he has to do his shot. It's complete luck where the cactus is going to spawn. And then you have to do it pretty quick because the cactus dies really quickly when you start shooting him. So that was actually really good. I very rarely get that quick kill. It doesn't save that much time, like maybe a second and a half or so. But it's still good. There's also a quick kill on the final boss, which I'll be trying. Which I've generally been getting fairly consistent recently. This game's so much... the rooms I've been practicing in have some not very pleasant mouse and mice even, and this mouse is so much better for this game. Since it is all mouse-based, having a bad mouse is very, very awkward for this game. I mean, you can kind of get away with dashing on the keyboard, but it's just not. It's not as fast, and you can't mash it speed-wise as much because you have to let go of forwards to do the dash at some point, whereas normally you can just hold it down. And here's another, just sit in a safe spot. He can't hit you with any of his attacks until the telegraph one, and then you just move down a bit. Nope. So yeah, this game is like really quite difficult until you learn the strats for everything. Because I remember when I first was playing this game, hardest was actually really difficult for me. It took me a long time. But once you learn like how to deal with all the bosses, it kind of becomes a little, I guess, trivial. The challenge then becomes like getting the quick kills, because they tend to be really difficult. So yeah, this is the second spot where you sit in the corner. I've seen Caveman just sit here and not have to fire, and he never seems to get hit, but I always get hit occasionally by the shield guys, so I actually fire at a specific spot. If you fire a little too far out though, you actually can get hit. It's a bit of a weird thing. And this boss is kind of silly. This mini boss even. Now we get to fight the train. He's an evil train. So there's one other attack which he can do, which can speed up the fight. No, he's not going to do it. So yeah, basically he does two attacks and then he jumps. But occasionally one of the attacks can be a thing where he charges at you, and you can actually like get underneath. But here's where I have to get the quick kill. It's a little too early. So if you do that late enough, what he'll actually do is oh, I thought he was going to jump something. Yeah, what he'll you'll be able to hit him once, but the it's far enough away. There we go. Yeah, like that. So you hit him far enough away that the spawner time for the next purple thing, I don't actually know what it is, comes up before you actually do the hit. Here's one of the few instances where grab is actually useful. That wasn't awful. And now I just... oh, right off. Yeah, you want to avoid them getting those off whenever you can. These enemies are really annoying. Like, happened last time. I swear I never used to have that problem. Now I can't do a grab whilst I'm in this, so I have to do the shot. Oh, I missed it. This is another thing which I don't know why, but I just never thought of doing it, was after you shoot the little platform things, you can just do a little up attack like that and it hits them. This boss is really dumb. You can just murder him really quickly. You just need to knock the boxes off and then take him down. And it only takes 2 phases, like pretty much no matter what you do, unless you're really bad, it's quite difficult to not kill him in 2 phases. You can do a lot of damage to him. Actually, keep getting, you can actually clip out of bounds there occasionally if you get really unlucky with the way it spawns. Nope, nope. Yeah, I'm supposed to shield these guys. I'm really bad at it. I don't know why. Oh, I actually got that shield and then somehow replaced it. I think my motion didn't come out fast enough, so... So we just want one slightly longer attack like that. Yeah, now we can kill him in quicker phase. Should be able to die in this. Yeah, there we go. if he does 3 of the attacks, you have to do an extra phase essentially, which is annoying. Now we're going to do a secret boss, because it is way faster than the other 4 bosses. The other 4 bosses are really cool though. It's kind of, if it wasn't for the extra bit you have to spend getting to them, it is possible that it is actually faster. This boss is kind of annoying as well because the telegraph attacks are random and some of them are really bad. The one you really don't want is like the bunny one. Almost all the others are actually okay. They're about the same. And yeah, we just want 4 hits, and then here we'll do, yeah, this is the one we don't want because you can see it takes a while to get across screen. And hopefully I can get the quick hit on this guy. I'm a bit... There we go, yeah. He takes a lot of damage, so it's not too hard to get. You pretty much have to just get a couple of hits in and then you can mash dash. And this is the last level. Well, it's not actually the last level, but I'm going to make it the last level. And this has, I think, probably the second worst section in the game, because when you're trying to do it quickly, there's no real way to go through it without just taking damage and hoping. Oh, I can't do that. This boss is another one, just kind of wail on him and hope he gives you an alright pattern. You want him to give you this pattern generally because he just is easier to deal with. I still haven't really found a decent strategy to fight this guy. He's just ends up being in weird places, which I think makes it quite difficult. Timing that's really weird, I don't know why it was too well. Oh, I did actually pick it up. I did actually, last night, come up with an idea about how to clip out of bounds and skip this boss. So I'm going to be trying that later on today, and it might be possible. It'd be really good as well, because it would skip the worst run of the game. Oh, I'm terrible. I always try and, you can get this, like, the same frame the electricity starts, and I always try and do it for some reason, despite the fact it normally means I go too early rather than too late. That was almost it. You can basically have it so that it doesn't even show the electricity on the rest of the top. Saves a pretty small amount of time, but... So, okay, with this amount of health, there's still a high probability I will die in this section, because yeah, this is basically the only way to go through it quickly. This is just take damage. That's how slow. I just don't like it. It doesn't feel like I'm playing a speedrun. Playing a speedrun? Doing a speedrun when it's like that. Yeah, okay. Final boss time. So yeah, time will be coming up after this boss. This is another boss. When I first played this, oh, it was so annoying. I was just incapable of figuring out how to deal with some of these attacks. And then after seeing them for a while, I was like, oh, they're really not that bad. Just have to get used to them. Like whenever it was game show, I'd be really happy because I was like, oh yeah, I can deal with that one. Or news. We don't want news though because it's really slow. I missed the cycle, I think. Yeah, I missed my shot earlier on. Yeah, this one's pretty slow. You just have to sit in the corner. But... So yeah, that's the first phase. Now the second phase, I should get down into... I just need to time that right. Oh, no, I'm terrible. I actually died there. Oh, that was really dumb. That was a really, really dumb reason to die. Puts me back here as well. I just put myself too low, so I got hit by the tap. That was an exceptionally stupid way to die. Of all the ways to die, in fact, I don't think I've ever died on that boss at that section, because it's almost impossible. You just sit above and don't be terrible. Oh, that would have been like sub 24, which is a decent time. Now it's going to be a little bad. I mean, I got quick kills on all the bosses otherwise, so I guess I can take that. Oh, I can't imagine wrong. I would just not have done that one. I'll just blame the fact that it's the morning. That's definitely why. I'm not terrible, I swear. Yeah, that's probably the weirdest one to get used to. You have to, like, the only way to dodge it is to just jump through the middle of it. It's like a really easy jump once you get used to it, but it just is a bit weird. What did you do? Oh, son. Okay, I somehow managed to do the same thing again. I think I missed a swipe on one of the phases somehow. Okay, there we go. Okay, time is coming up in a second. So I'm going to abuse a glitch in this game where on the 6th level, for some reason, if you mash continue hard enough, you skip the final level because it does continue twice. And time. It's 25:53. I'll take that. It's not too bad. Yeah, so, okay. I'm just going to start up the credits because there's a bit of clicking before the credits goes. And then I'm just going to put Legend of Princess over the top. Okay, I think there's one more. I think so. Is that credits? Okay, we got credits. Right, let's go. Shit. Yep, we got the right stuff. Right, losing time, man. I'm not sure I can do this now. We'll see. We got this. So this is Legend of Princess. This is a fan-made game by the same guy. Oh, I'm terrible apparently. Final boss now. This game's a little broken. I mean, it is a fairly short game anyway, but yeah, you can do that. I actually got tweeted by the guy when I found that glitch saying that it was a little further than he ever wanted his games to be broken. It made me very proud.
Well, fix it again, please.
It's unfortunate that I can't speed up. Oh yeah, damn. So yeah, it's unfortunate you can't speed up the credits. Normally you have you can click to speed them up, but because I'm not controlling the game, I can't do that, which is a shame because that would have made this a little bit more difficult. Because at the moment, this is pretty difficult to fail.
I like the thanks in the guy's credits where he thanks the computer mouse.
Oh, 1 minute. Oh, wrong face. Oh well. I don't think I'd ever noticed that before. So yeah, my current record on this is actually, I remember correctly, 10 frames from task perfect. And that is because this boss is really dumb. I missed a phase again. I'm not paying attention. So I lost 10 frames. Sorry, I lost 5 frames from the clip. So yeah, I lost 5 frames from the clip itself because there's a slightly faster version of doing it. And then I lost, oh shit, yeah, God, I'm really not paying attention. And then I lost a couple of frames on getting the first hit. But unlike every other boss in this game who, who takes double hits from the special attacks, he doesn't, so... Oh, no, I didn't get the extra phase. So yeah, the only thing you can do to kill him is to just hit him 21 times, I think. So the fastest thing is just to mash really hard. So yeah, I should have already killed him. I think he's like a hit away from death. But I messed up the second phase quite badly. There we go. And I think I have time for the credits of Legend of Princess, and it will still beat the credits of Noitu Love 2. I'm pretty sure. So we'll just leave it over the top. We'll see which one wins.
How long is that?
How long is what?
Will it take?
I can't remember exactly. It's like 20 seconds.
I was gonna say it's like 2 minutes.
Oh no, sorry, no, yeah, no. The final credit sequence. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's that done. The final credit sequence of Noitu is actually like 3 minutes long. So yeah, I can just... That's how much time I had left, and I'm fast forwarding as well. And there it is. Yeah. All right, cool. Thanks.
Okay, you're watching European Speedster Assembly 2014. That was Noitu Love 2 Devolution. And up next is Duo Princess, an 80% co-op with Alco and Kennyman666. So stay tuned, that should be ready in a few moments.
Each thing does 3 bits of energy at the top there, or like, sorry, 1.5. But each energy coil is like worth 2 basically. But also all the attacks are slightly better. Actually, it's not entirely true. Some of them are the same as hard, but a lot of the time it means the attacks are just slightly different, so you have to dodge them differently and stuff. You'll also notice I'm doing any %. If anyone saw Caveman's run at SGDQ, I'm a scrub, so I'm going to be skipping the last level. But yeah, if you want to see a better man than I play this game, you should follow that dude. In fact, big shout outs to that guy, because a lot of my strats for bosses and stuff I've taken from him, because he has some really, really sick ideas. Well, yeah, there's one other thing you can do in the game, but it doesn't get used very often, which is grabbing. It can be good in some sections because it kills things very quickly, but... Okay, so this is a bit weird. It's kind of a random pattern. I got really lucky, actually. Occasionally you'll get them where they just won't spawn where you want them to. Oh, I'm getting a bit unlucky here. Normally you just get one enemy that spawns on the right side and he just can't attack you, but when the orange guys spawn they can just use their magic stuff and it's kind of annoying. Oh. It's really fun. There aren't really any tricks in this game. There is actually a glitch but it's unfortunately useless. But you'll see a useful version of it in the other game when I race it against the credits. Alright. Yep, ready when you are? Cool. So yeah, this is Noitu Love to Devolution. It's kind of a run and gun, but you just attack with your mouse. There's a lot of this in the game. Just kind of sit in a spot and things don't hit you. That sounds quiet. Oh, there we go. So you have, as well as your clicking to attack, you have like a dash attack, which dashes left, right, and up and down. And the dashes can be done with double movement buttons, or just with the right click and then a motion.
Do Love to Devolution by Rueake. I can't say your name, sorry.
Difficulty's wrong, it's actually hardest I'm doing, but hardest. So basically the game is made by Konjac, who is awesome. And he also made another game called Legend of Princess, and I'm going to be running that game against the credits of this game. Oh. And we're coming up to what I actually consider the worst boss. Even though he's the first and he should be the easiest, he has like the worst patterns. Basically, most of the bosses in this game work by having telegraphed attacks that you have to dodge. But this guy can actually just occasionally do a non-telegraphed attack that just hits you. I mean, I have enough health, so it's not really a problem. But it's, yeah, that thing there. Like, he can just move occasionally and just smack you. And because you want to stay close to wail on him, it can be quite bad. The difference between the difficulties tends to be you take more damage, so